morning sunshine, rocking the good time with all our friends. Easy and carefree, out in the summer breeze, loving a simple things for hours on end. Right about sundown, we lay on the ground, count on the stars as they come out one at a time. Ain't this a sweet life?
Hey everybody, I'm X Factor winner Tate Stevens, and welcome to the Sweet Life Podcast, where we talk about everything from music, sports, food, entertainment, and, well, just living the sweet life. Hey everybody, it's me, Tate Stevens, and as always, AJ Kronk. Yep.
Yeah.
That's the orange one. The orange one again. Is that the only one you like?
No, I like quite a few of them. Is my favorite.
That's your favorite? The orange is your favorite? It is good.
There's a couple of them that's my second favorite. This one's my most favorite.
My first favorite. Mm-hmm. People always ask me sometimes, they're like, because I'll say, hey, this is one of my favorite songs. They're like, how many damn favorite songs do you have?
Yeah.
And I'm like, all of them.
Yeah.
They're just in an order.
Here's my here's one of my pet peeves.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
not really.
Yeah.
But what's your favorite song to play? I don't have one.
All of them. Really? I don't
Yeah.
know. What's your least favorite song to play? If you were like,
My favorite song is the one that'll make you want to put a $20 bill
in the tip jar.
That's my favorite song. One night, one dude requested "Walking in Memphis."
Oh no!
Tipped us $100. I was like, "I'll do it twice if you want."
Yeah, no kidding. That's you get three right there. You
Yeah.
get three for $100. That's a deal. That's a good one. That's a good tip, man. $100. Jeez.
Heck yeah.
All right, today, man, we're gonna. I tell you what, I've been in a weird mood all day. Been super busy, getting the house ready to go on the market and all that stuff. And we bought the land and this whole thing, and it's crazy. Just trying to do the touch-up painting and stuff like that.
Pretty soon, our podcast studio is going to be changing locale.
Yeah, it's gonna probably be at your house for a while. Yeah, so
That's probably when we'll start doing the live podcast.
yeah, that's right. We'll just do them every week. We
won't have anywhere else to go.
But, no, so I've been in a weird mood, and it's so I'm getting to the point now. I'm like, okay, starting to think about summer shows, going out and playing, and I'm like, okay, I've been listening to some, songs and just like, what do I want to do? This summer is going to be kind of just for me, I'm going to just play songs I want to play and sing songs I want to sing, right? There's there's like no holes barred on what we're doing, right? So I'm like, okay, cool.
No Holds Barred, one of my favorite movies.
Yeah. But so I'm thinking, like, I can't remember who I listened to yesterday, just an artist I was listening to, and it was like, man, that's just a good song. That's just a good country song. And then switched through some other artists and stuff, and I heard a song, and I'm like, I hadn't heard it in a long time, and I'm like, that's good, man. I could see myself singing that song, covering this one in the summertime. I'm like, that's pretty good. But it's kind of it's like a honky-tonk thing.
Yeah.
And I got in that mood, that weird, this is what I'm listening to. So I've been just digging honky-tonk stuff for the last 24 hours nonstop, right? And I think, and I can't be the only one that thinks this way. Honky-tonk music, and we talked about it right before, it started as a sound. Mm-hmm. Like this is, that has a honky-tonk sound. Mm-hmm. Then it became a style. It was a style, obviously, but it was like, they have that honky-tonk sound.
Yeah.
Well, then they had the honky-tonk thing, like attitude or whatever.
Yeah.
It became a thing.
Yeah.
And then now it's grown into so much stuff. Obviously, we have so many genres of music who, do honky-tonk sounded stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
absolutely.
When I think of, I'm thinking of the Johnny Paychecks and the George Jones and those kind of guys. To me, when I think about honky-tonk music, that's kind of what I think about. Mm-hmm. Those guys. Obviously, they're country music, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not arguing that, and I'm not even making an argument about it. It's just that's what I think of, those kind of artists.
One of these things.
Yeah.
I was born in Macon, Georgia.
Little Stonewall Jackson.
Yeah.
Kept my dad in the Macon jail.
I mean, that just screams honky tonk.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Keep your hands clean. You won't hear them bloodhounds on your trail. But I fell in with bad companions.
Hear the organ?
Yeah.
We robbed a man in Tennessee.
That's good stuff. I could just sit there and listen.
Yeah, no. But to me, it's not fast,
Right.
but it has that thing.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. That's a honky tonk song.
Yep. Absolutely.
I mean, we could do this all night.
Oh, yeah.
With this stuff. But I'm just saying, to me, that's a honky tonk song. and those, again, Stonewall Jackson, Hank.
Hey, Mr. Bartender.
Hank Thompson.
Now this is swing,
Yep.
Be so slow.
right? But you can't get more honky tonk.
I got time for one more round and a 6-pack to go. Tomorrow morning.
To me, that's a honky tonk song.
Yeah.
That's honky tonk. Sure, it's Western swing. But listen to the steel player and listen to those guys. It has that bounce. It has everything.
I guess Bill Larson's mom went on a date with Hank Thompson way back in the day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's funny. That's funny.
I was like, well, Hank Thompson is kind of a tall guy.
Bill.
Huh? Old Billy Thompson on
Billy.
drums. It used to be a joke. Right? It's
That's
like,
funny.
since Hank Thompson's your dad.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's what I consider that honky tonk sound. That
May as well hit the Hank trifecta.
Oh, go on with it.
I was told to my pack.
Little Hank Snow. What was the deal with Hanks back in the day?
Again, okay. I was told when Tate Stevens was born as a name,
Yeah.
it's a one syllable first name.
Hey.
Tate, Hank.
Yep.
It's a marketing thing. Now this probably was their real names, right? Could have been their real name, but again,
Well, I have a 2-syllable name like Morgan Wallen.
yeah. See, Morgan, Georgia.
I also did that song one night for $20.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't read.
enough.
I couldn't read that fast.
It was about all I could do.
I just make up things.
Well, that was just the first verse. Second verse, it was just like, habita, 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 habita,
Yeah.
habita, watermelon, watermelon, watermelon.
They're like, dude, you're not saying you're not in choir. Where you can just say, yeah, you just rattle off some weird sounds. Okay,
Since it's Hank night.
his dad,
Yeah.
honky tonk stuff, right?
Oh, yeah.
Hank's on Junior is on the little bit more edgier side of honky tonk music,
It's like the new honky tonk.
right?
Yeah.
Had an attitude, kind of, hey,
Yep.
but it's truly just.
I mean, if this doesn't just scream Southern barroom,
Yeah. I can see 5,000 people line dancing or
Oh, yeah.
dancing to this. You
Yep.
know what I mean?
Absolutely.
All my rowdy friends are coming over tonight.
Yeah, come on, man. That's
Yeah.
awesome. So,
Good stuff.
When I think of honky tonk stuff, that's kind of what I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
So when I listening to music and stuff and thinking about the show this year and like, man, I want to kind of do some of that stuff. Well, I come up, I find some newer artists, you know.
Sure.
And I'm like, man, and I'm just going through songs and going through stuff and listening to stuff. There's Midland, right? Midland is a band that has a straight up 90s, early 2000s country sound. Mm-hmm. And they got the harmony stuff. That's just
No problem drinking it up. They keep on talking, drawing conclusions. They call it a problem, I call it a solution.
You know, this song in particular makes me think of from the 90s, the Mavericks.
a lot. Yeah, man. Wow, I never thought of that. I never put those.
Just this song in particular, just because it kind of has that schmaltzy type of a thing, you know?
But it's a honky-tonk song right here, man.
Oh, yeah.
But you know what? Okay, listen. If you've never seen the movie Urban Cowboy,
yeah,
we could play this as a soundtrack and Urban Cowboy, and it would fit.
It would fit perfect. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I do not disagree. But
I think I saw it coming from the start.
a little bit of that 90s honky-tonk.
I tried to tell myself that you'd be true.
Raul.
Yes. Raul Malo. Yeah.
All you ever do is bring me down.
And they play at Knuckleheads every once in a while.
Do they really?
Still, yeah. And apparently, by what people say, they just kill it.
I'm sure.
Every single time.
Yeah, they were a good band.
Yeah.
They were a really good band.
Absolutely.
I mean, even after Trisha dumped their guy.
Oh, Trisha Yearwood?
She was married to the bass player.
Oh. Well, who likes bass players anyway?
Yeah.
That's why I started playing guitar.
But at least he lost her to Garth, you know what I mean? It's like, well, it wasn't just like some new guy,
Yeah.
Some guy off the road. Another band guy.
Yeah.
At least it was Garth.
I met this guy. He's a merch salesman for
Lainey Wilson.
I'd sling her merch if you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's a dump truck right there. That's
good grief. Truck. Don't get me started.
Well, anyway, I'm not talking about that. We're talking about honky-tonk music. That's a whole nother show. Yeah.
And she knows it.
Oh, no. She's absolutely
we ain't telling her nothing she don't already know.
Come on. She absolutely using that for all it's worth.
Holy moly, is she ever.
I mean, but I would too.
Oh, yeah.
I would too.
Yeah.
If I had the donk, it's coming out.
Yep.
I'm going to show it off. You know what I mean? Jeez, give me a break.
Yep.
But, so we had... okay, and here, I'll probably piss people off, but most people are like, oh, if you don't like Johnny Cash, you ain't country. I'm like, yeah, okay, well, I don't like Johnny Cash. yeah, I know. I get it. Right?
Get off the stage!
Yeah. Yeah, so, but then you have people who are like, oh, yeah, George Jones was the best country artist of all time. No, I don't believe that. I mean, I think he was great. I think he was great.
Yeah.
Had some great songs and did for what we do today. Mm-hmm. Obviously George, but George had so many great tunes that were straight up honky tonk things.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, 90% of what he did was that.
Oh, yeah. I always hated playing this song.
And he'd pass it around. Mighty, mighty pleasing. Practice corn squeezing. White lightning.
But, so he had so many good ones. One that we talked about a little bit ago Man, come on.
To keep me from slipping away.
That's just
I can light up your smokes.
I can laugh at your jokes.
You know, somebody that really doesn't get as much love for being a country vocalist that probably should. Let me see if I can pull up a good song by this guy. It's Vern Gosdin.
Oh, what are you talking about? Vernie is he's one of the goats of country
That's what I'm
singing.
saying. That's what I'm saying.
He had that. So Vern Gosdin had that big baritone,
Yep.
deep thing, smooth.
Oh, yeah.
But it could get raspy and dirty. You know, I mean, he kind of had all of it.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's not discussed as like one of the best, or at least by the common public.
Right, but maybe because of the career wasn't as huge as some of the other ones.
Right.
Is it raining
Yeah, come on with that, dude.
at your house? Like it's raining at mine. Do you miss me
Listen,
like I miss you?
that's so conversational.
Yeah.
Is it cloudy all the time?
Golly, man.
I know.
Do you tremble when the phone rings? And you think I'm on the line? Is it raining
Just so,
at your house?
like guys like Vern Gosdin.
Little Merle Haggard. I mean, dude, if this doesn't scream dance hall music.
Honky-Tonk Dance Hall, chicken feet on the floor, sawdust, you
Oh,
know what
yeah.
I mean? Come on, dude, come on.
Yeah.
I'm tired of this dirty old city.
That's
I like to sing along with the radio just a shade flat or sharp of whenever somebody else is singing.
right.
And just to wait, see how long it takes whoever I'm around to say, dude, will you stop?
You're like,
That's just one of my little guilty pleasures.
your little fun that you have people riding
Or
in the car.
when people are trying to tune their guitar, I take my note, the same note they're doing, and I slightly bend it
just
to where it's just like, and it's just like you hear just that.
Yeah. And they're like, whoa, 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 whoa.
They're like, will you stop?
Um,
Just victory.
okay, so you played Merle there.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. You don't get better of and I'm sure I said this somewhere along in a podcast somewhere. You don't get a better storyteller as a singer.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you do.
Yep.
And I will argue and I will show song after song after song. You don't even have to know the damn song.
Right.
And I could play that song and you'll go, I know exactly what he meant.
Yeah.
I know exactly where he was going. I know the time of day that song, he was talking about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can smell the flowers he's walking through.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, man, dude.
Working man's poet.
It is, and I'm sure people are like, whatever. To me, and he could sing.
Yeah.
He could absolutely just sing.
Yeah.
If you go back and watch live stuff of him,
Yeah. It's great.
very rarely does he hit a bad note.
Right.
Very rarely does he miss
Mm-hmm.
an opportunity to not do something, which is amazing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he gives those moments.
Yep.
And he had a 45-piece band. You know?
pretty close.
He had people all over the stage.
Yeah.
It was like 20 dudes.
Had a horn section.
I mean-
like 3 guitar players,
Yeah,
3 or 4 fiddle players.
It's like, what? Why? But
yeah.
no one got in the way.
Yep.
It was like no one got in the way. The vocals were always up front.
Yep.
the harmony vocals were always perfect. It was just, to me, like I said, it just doesn't get any better than that.
Yep.
And you can go back and watch those live shows. You can go back and listen to those early albums. And it's like his voice changed for the song.
Yeah.
Listen to some of his songs and you're like, he's got a big old deep, like kind of a voice. And then some of them, he's real light and airy. And it's like,
But it's all Haggard.
but it's all him. And, and you just feel it and you just see it and hear it. It's amazing. Anyway, not to get off on Merle Haggard all that time, but it's like, man, dude.
Yeah.
Merle, shit. You know?
Well, another standard honky-tonk guy.
Don't take her, she's all I've got. Please don't take her love away from me.
Yeah, old Paycheck.
Okay.
Johnny Paycheck.
Great songwriter, right?
Nuttier than a squirrel turd, but man,
So good.
holy moly.
You know the crazy cool thing about Johnny Paycheck is another guy, great songwriter, obviously, right? Wrote so many big hits for other people too, and was a musician. You know, he played in other bands. He just was a band guy that wrote songs, and then he started. Yeah, I can sing my song better than you can, so I'm going to do it. You know, that kind of thing. He had that outlaw-esque personality,
Oh, yeah.
ability to be that outlaw guy, right? And when it wasn't cool,
Yeah.
and he kind of made it cool.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, Johnny.
Hey, man, if I want to make it big, I got to go to prison like Paycheck.
Yeah. No, but here's the look at Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
The man in black. He didn't always wear black, right? When he first started, he wasn't the man in black. It was a persona that he took on.
Yep.
You know, because it was like, hey, this is who I am, I believe, as an artist, right? I sang these songs that I wrote and recorded and all that, and they're whatever, but it didn't really translate until he started to make that shift into this bigger than life. Hello, I'm Johnny. I'm Johnny Cash. You know, that kind of thing. All in black. The man in black. Now you got something. Now you're like, you're different. You're just different enough. Waylon Jennings. Slick back hair.
Oh, yeah.
Suits. All slick, right? He wasn't doing this.
Nope.
It was not this at all.
Not at all.
It was all slick country. And this was Waylon Jennings. You know, that persona.
Yeah.
He wasn't that slick guy, right?
Nope.
He made it cool
Yeah.
to be, I'm a rambling man.
Absolutely.
Johnny Paycheck made it cool to be just a little bit crazy.
To be a criminal.
To be a criminal. But you don't know. So I'm in that. I'm like, man,
Oh, well, I mean, another guy from that era I didn't even think about until just now.
Well,
Big Buck Owens.
okay. Absolutely. But it was different, right?
Yeah.
Because it was the Bakersfield thing. The Bakersfield sound, if you will,
Yep.
was a little different.
Yep.
Wasn't any better, wasn't any worse.
Yeah.
Just different.
Different.
And that big telly sound.
And I think back then drums really weren't, because I mean they're kind of pushed forward quite a bit.
A little bit, yeah.
Like in the mix, and then back then, I mean drums really weren't
Right.
really featured that much. I guess.
Right. And
listen to that hi-hat, by the way. That dude's forearms had to be screaming by the end of the night. You know what I mean?
But no, Buck. Oh, I mean, again, there's a guy stylistically was different.
Oh yeah.
But that's honky-tonk stuff, man.
Yep.
That is that honky-tonk stuff. Is like I said, the Bakersfield sound.
Mm-hmm.
There was some guys coming out of that Bakersfield sound, you know.
Yeah.
But he was the original like Buck Owens.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just the name.
He's the one kind of synonymous with that
Yeah,
Bakersfield. Even
yeah.
though Haggard
was from
Bakersfield.
Yeah. But Merle's sound wasn't that.
Mm-mm.
You know what I mean? It had the big Telecaster sound.
It kind of was early.
Yeah, absolutely, early on.
Yeah.
But then he, of course, then I think as he progressed in writing and his musical journey, you know, probably after he started smoking pot, you know,
Yeah.
Merle went, oh man, look at all this stuff I can do.
Yeah. Well, Merle Haggard is the one song it always makes me think it's just like he went through a little bit of Buck Owens' phase.
Yeah. That's
Very
Buckish. 100%.
Skid Row. Yep.
But
Yeah.
listen to the way he sings.
Need some mo.
Need some mo. Okay, so
It's
then
like more doesn't rhyme with row. So
row more mo. Yeah, but you know what I mean. So yeah, 100%. You're 100% correct. That is that Bakersfield thing, and Buck just kind of took it on and made it what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like he is the synonymous
Sure.
Bakersfield sound, right?
Yeah.
Then fast forward a little bit, fast forward into that 80s era of country music. You got another guy coming out of Bakersfield, California.
Oh yeah.
And he took the ball and ran off. Ran off with it.
Old Doyle.
Man.
We don't have no monitor.
we don't need no shit ass manager either.
We ain't got no speaker set up.
Yeah.
Randy.
Now go on and get out of here before I say something.
Man.
I get too mad I can't turn back. So,
God.
Dwight Yoakam
Yes.
comes out. Bakersfield sound, right? I mean, just like, oh my God, you took Buck Owens and you took him to the moon, Jack, with that sound. Honky tonk as it can be.
Oh yeah.
You know, almost everything that he was doing was straight up honky tonk sounding stuff. That's when I think of that stuff. I'm like, you know, Dwight Yoakam. He's that honky tonk guy.
Yeah.
You know, there's so many more that have that thing, but like I said, it started as a sound.
Yep.
Then it became a thing, just like the outlaw thing did.
Yeah.
It started with a couple guys just going, you know what, I'm done, I'm fed up, I'm going to do what I want to do. That became a thing. Then it became a sound, became a thing, and then we had the outlaw stuff. I think Paycheck was one of those guys, precursor to the outlaw thing. Before it was a real like, oh, outlaw music, you know, John, you know, Cash and Waylon and Chris Christopherson and Waylon, you know, those kind of guys that became the outlaws, if you will. Paycheck was doing that stuff way back then.
Oh yeah.
He's just like, hey, screw you, dude. I'm doing what I want.
Well, what do you think? Would you consider George Strait honky tonk country? His early stuff was a lot
of it. Unwound.
Yeah.
It's true, straight up
I
honky
mean-
tonk music. Honky tonk music.
I mean, his backup band is a swing band. I mean,
Absolutely. The Ace and the whole band,
yep,
straight up.
dude.
Twin fiddles.
Live in Texas. So good.
So good, dude, right? I would say yes, but George Strait had a different appeal than just honky-tonk music. Vocally, smooth as it gets, right?
Yeah.
Just velvet, like butter,
Yeah.
right? George just sang like butter. I think he had the honky-tonk thing with Unwound and those earlier albums had a ton of honky-tonk country music because he was playing dance halls. That's what he did.
Oh, yeah.
I think the projection of his musical career, I think they saw a thing for George and, Irv and Ron Chancey and those guys. They saw this opportunity to go, man, we can get away from this honky-tonk thing enough where the honky-tonk people aren't going to get pissed off.
Yeah.
But we're going to go this way a little bit.
Yeah.
And we're gonna branch out just to see what happens. Because this guy can sing the phone book. Hey, oh, really? That works? Okay, that's good. Hey, next album. Oh, that works? Smooth as it can be? It's not pop country. It's just country.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
He kind of stepped out of that honky-tonk vibe, feel thing.
Yeah.
Dance hall-esque. I guess that's it, right?
Yeah.
I guess that's it. Dance hall.
Yeah.
So it's honky-tonk dance hall stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's what I think. Like, if I think of somebody's like honky-tonk country, I think of like, if you see like a wide shot of a big bar room, big dance floor, people two-stepping all over the thing, that's what I automatically think.
As a honky-tonk.
As a honky-tonk.
Absolutely. Same. Yeah. 100%. It can be small. It can be giant. Whatever. It can be Billy Bob's.
Yep.
Because that's the world's largest honky-tonk. Yep. But, it could be Billy Bob's or it can be Merle's. Whatever. It's the size of Merle's,
Yeah.
It doesn't, it can be any size. Knuckleheads.
Yeah.
Knuckleheads is a honky-tonk, dude.
Mm-hmm.
At its core, that's what it is.
That's what it is.
So
Yep.
I think that's it is dance hall, honky-tonk. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah.
But so now you think about all those things, you think you have all those criteria, if you will, in your thing, but then you're like, wait a minute. There's other genres of music that are doing the same thing
Yeah.
as these country guys.
Yep.
But it's just not country music. It's not called country music yet.
Yeah.
Today it is. Today
Sure.
it's they're considered country bands or whatever.
Yep.
Like the Eagles and like Leonard Skinner and like the Allman Brothers. I mean,
this is about as country as it gets anymore.
but you look at Take It Easy,
Oh, yeah.
country song.
That's a country song.
You know,
Tequila Sunrise.
Tequila Sunrise,
Yeah.
country song.
I know the steel lick.
Yeah,
Peaceful Easy Feeling.
yeah,
That's the
peacefully.
one.
Yeah, as I was thinking, I was like peacefully. Yeah,
Yeah.
all that stuff is country,
Yep.
right?
Desperado.
Yeah, these guys were. I mean, the Eagles were doing it in the 70s.
Yep.
But they weren't country.
Nope.
They're a rock and roll act. You know, you think of them, and you like Desperado,
Sure.
and Seven Bridges Road, and
Yeah.
it's
That's
like,
a bluegrass song, isn't it?
yeah, basically. I mean, basically. But you look at Marshall Tucker.
Yep.
You look at the Allman Brothers.
It's just coming out of one side.
Yeah. Until now. Ready?
Yeah, here comes the flute.
Now it's over here.
Yep.
Got them panned, bud.
Yeah. Hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of that. The like you said, the Allman Brothers, I talk about a big old band.
Oh,
I think they may have had Haggard Beat on the size of band. I mean, this is too country for country radio right now.
100%.
Yeah.
Okay, so take off. If you start that again and have a steel guitar kick that off.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's a steel guitar lick. He was,
Yeah. 100%. So anyway, then you have bands like that come across the pond, coming over here and doing straight ahead honky-tonk music.
Oh, yeah. At least he played a telly. That's dirty.
Yeah. So, I don't think you can't take honky tonk and just say it's just country music.
Right.
You know, there's so many. There's.
Yeah.
But it's a slide. Same thing. It'd be a steel. Come on, man.
Yep. That's a J.J. Cale song, and I mean, he was pretty much country. Well, I mean, once again, by today's standards, but
yeah. Yeah, I can see people a whole. You know, if you had a steel guitar and fiddle in that, don't change anything. Just add a steel guitar and a fiddle.
Yeah.
And go play that at Billy Bob's. Dance floor will be packed.
Yep.
People will be dancing their asses off.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Never know.
Absolutely.
Never think two things about it.
Absolutely.
But then, so now we for me, like I said, I've been listening to this music and picking stuff out. And we talked about Midland a little bit ago where, they had that kind of cool 90s, early 2000s vibe in very honky-tonk stuff.
Yeah.
Now, one of my favorite artists right now is Cody Johnson.
Yeah.
Just country. It's that Texas country, what people consider Texas country. But, I mean, this is so cool. Come on, man. It's just got a groove.
Every single night under a big old Texas sky.
Texas sky. Yeah.
Field growing pickup trucks.
Parking lot looks like a field growing pickup trucks. That's a good line, man.
Yeah.
Just to get a little unwound. I want to drink a little, dance a little, line them Lone Stars up. And neon lights shining bright as diamonds.
Yeah, man. Come on.
Good stuff, man.
It's
That's
good stuff. Then you have like Cody Jinks.
Under heavy rain.
I don't know any Cody Jinks songs.
It's a long, strange trip. It's all insane. You ain't never
Now, so he's on that line of outlaw,
Yeah.
honky tonk outlaw thing. It's kind of like why can't I not? Man, I can't.
Jamie Johnson.
Yeah, but not. Sturgill Simpson.
Oh yeah.
Same kind of that outlaw-ish country.
Yeah.
But it's like new Waylon Jennings music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah. So.
It's a long, strange trip. It's all insane. You ain't never gonna be the same.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's good stuff.
Then you have like John Pardee. He's got a ton of great honky tonk kind of songs, and there's guys out there right now that are doing it, and I don't know. I've been in that honky tonk kind of mood, man. I'm like,
Yeah.
this is cool stuff, and to go back and listen, and you're like, God, this is why am I listening to what I'm listening to? Oh yeah.
My heart is breaking like the tiny bubbles.
Yeah, I know. May have been cold in that studio.
Could have been. I'm drinking double.
That's how I was singing the other day whenever we were playing out there in the snow.
Oh, when you guys did the Pleasant Hill thing?
Yeah.
Oh,
I was
like
out there
30
and I was,
degrees.
like my whole body was shivering and I was trying to, I was like,
I'd have been like, yeah, what am I doing here?
in a neon moon.
Yeah, man. You're like, oh, God. Toby Keith singing Neon Moon. You know?
Oh, speaking of which, old TK, man. Now you can shake your head all you want. Steel guitar.
Oh, no, yeah, no. I mean,
yeah.
Honky-Tonk.
We got winners,
We got losers,
chain smokers,
and boozers. We got- anyway, yeah, it's dude, Toby Keith.
Yeah.
He's whenever we go down and play at Nash Vegas, we always get a lot of I love this bar,
Oh, yeah.
courtesy of the red, white, and blue.
Oh, yeah.
Never get a red solo cup request.
Really?
Yeah, thank God.
Yeah. Well, I mean, kind of makes sense. They probably, yeah, they probably know it's dumb, too. Yeah, I hate that song.
Oh yeah. Well, shoot. What else we got here?
Well, so if I'm thinking, you know, when I'm in that, do you ever just say, hey, I'm going to listen to an artist
Yep.
and that's all you're listening to? You know what I mean? Like, I'm listening to this artist all day. I'm not changing it. It's just going to play maybe a different album or whatever, and you just stick with that one artist. I get stuck, and I'll be listening to one artist. Sometimes it's for a week, and I'm like, okay, enough. You know what I mean?
I used to have to get, or not have to, but I used to go to my like out of town volleyball tournaments
Oh,
for
yeah.
my daughter, and so it'd be like an all day deal. So I'd have my headphones in with the Spotify going, and I would either pick just for something like a palate cleanser, just something completely different. I'd pick either Dale Watson or Robbie Fulks, one of the two. Do you know Robbie?
I don't know
Fulks?
Robbie Fulks, but Dale Watson, absolutely.
Yeah. He's Dale Watson has a really good album I used to listen to just over and over again. It was a live album from Big T's. Big T's somewhere down in Texas. Anyway, they used to play there every Sunday for Chicken Shit Bingo.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you familiar with
Yep.
Yeah.
100%. Watch the chickens walk around on the board.
They have like a big, for those not familiar, they have like a big, huge, like almost like a big checkerboard. And each square had a
Has a
number
number.
on it. And you would go and pick, basically, you would say, hey, I want 25, or pay for a number.
Yep.
And whichever number that the chicken happens to walk over to and take a crap on,
You win.
you win.
Yeah.
So it's that's, they have like a whole shtick. Like every time like a chicken would hit the thing, they have a song for it.
Right.
For and they have like these cool little jingles for Lone Star Beer that they would just do like the song's brought to you by Lone Star Beer, and have like a jingle for it and everything.
That's cool.
It's
I'll have to.
very
What, it's live at Big T's.
cool. Let me hang on. Let me look this thing.
Gotta have yourself the best beer in the world, too. And look at it, served so sweetly. Lone Star, the official chicken shit beer in the world. Lone Star, 12 out of 10 chicken shit
Lone
winners
Star.
drink Lone Star beer. How is that possible? Because anything is possible when you drink Lone Star beer. Lone Star.
12 out of 10 people.
Yeah, 12 out of 10 people drink Lone Star Beer. How is that possible? Because anything's possible with
When you
Lone
drink-
Star Beer.
When you drink Lone Star.
Yeah, it's just a very cool album, and then these guys got their stuff, their whole shtick down super tight. And,
Oh, yeah.
do their thing.
Well, I bet they did 200 shows a year.
Oh, guarantee it.
I mean, you think about some of those bands. I was went to Texas several times and played throughout my musical journey, right? And back in the 90s and the early 2000s, and then even in the past 12 years. And some of those bands, when you talk to them, And we'll never hear of them, right? They'll never leave the state of Texas. They don't have to. They don't have to leave that state.
Yeah.
And they'll work 200 days a year, and they will make a really, really good living and never leave the state of Texas. Maybe go to Louisiana every once in a while because they'll be in East Texas. They can just hop over the border, play some Louisiana dates, or maybe to go to Oklahoma every once in a while, maybe New Mexico every once in a while. That's it. You know, and they're running 6-7 hours every week playing a different play, whether it's a bar, barbecue, outdoor festival, whatever. And they make really good money because Texas does something that no other state does. There's not another state in our country that loves its artists as much as Texas. If you are a Texas artist, and it's not just country, it's the rock and the blues and all that. If you are one of those artists that have that much success on country, especially in the country world, on Texas country radio.
Yep. You're made.
You don't have to do anything else.
Yep.
You just go tour.
Yep.
And people show up. You might be playing at Merle's Tavern one week.
Yeah.
And then when you come back, you play for 15 people the first time, 100 people the second time, 500-600 people the third time. The next time you can't go there. You have to go to a bigger place and you sell it out. 1,500, 2,000 people, 10,000 people.
Yep.
And just talking to some of those bands, they're like, man, oh yeah, we have we're at number 5 on country radio down here. And dude, we're making 10 grand a night.
Yeah.
Working 200 days a year.
Yep.
What?
Yeah.
What? I'm like, where are we at, Missouri? Where are you at, bud?
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah.
What's going on? You know?
Yeah.
But there's no other state that does that. And it's cool when you're there and you watch it, and these guys are just, you know, like I said, they come up, some of them will try to get out of the state and they'll come up here and play. And when I say up here, maybe in a Missouri bar or you know, get a show with another artist opening at you. Maybe they're traveling with another Texas artist that's a little bigger than them, like a Pat Green or somebody.
Sure.
And they open and you're like, don't know who you are. And you never see them again.
Yep.
Like they come through on that little trip and then they're done.
Yeah.
You know, and they talk about how, oh yeah, hey, you know, I'm so-and-so and this is a number 1 hit in Texas right now and on Texas country radio. And you're like, yep, never heard it. And then, you know, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, it doesn't matter.
Play for 20 people in Kansas City and then go play for
5,000.
Yeah, I was going to say.
It was funny. So we did a show with Aaron Watson. And there was 10,000 people in Texas, right?
Yeah.
Aaron came up here and played the PBR Big Sky Bar.
Yeah.
For about 20 people.
Isn't that stupid?
Yeah. Like, no one cared.
Good job, Casey.
Yeah. And it's like, and Aaron's good. That's a honky-tonk dude right there.
Yeah.
Aaron Watson's got tons of, they called him the honky-tonk kid for a long time.
You would just take a short little trip over to the Granada and sell it out. Yeah.
Yep. What is it, 500 people over there?
I mean,
or is the Granada bigger than that, maybe?
Granada's pretty big, yeah.
Maybe 1,000 people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, I mean.
Dude, again, college town, a little different, you know, so, but he doesn't have to leave the state of Texas.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to leave Texas, Louisiana, Oklahoma.
Maybe he wants to come up here and get some decent barbecue.
Maybe. Right?
Speaking of barbecue, how you doing? Have you weighed in yet?
I have not. This week's been stressful, dude. Like I said, I've been super busy. I haven't done well. No, I did that. I did terrible Sunday.
Oh, no, I did too.
Saturday was miserable because we had Minsky's Pizza. Yeah, I had Minsky's Pizza.
You're not going to win a competition like that.
Yeah, no. And then Sunday, I got up and made biscuits and gravy and eggs and bacon. And so I was like, yeah, all right, well, that's it.
Well,
but
looks like I might be having me a case of Monster in the future.
I know, but I'm going to get after it. I think once this week's over, I'll have we'll be able to breathe after Saturday. We'll be able to breathe a little bit as far as I'm not going to be painting. I'm not going to be doing anything else.
Yeah.
I'll be able to just focus on what I need to focus on instead of doing all this other little touch-up work here and call this guy to have him come out. And
if you're trying to sell this house, one selling point you could use is this room. It's a historical landmark.
It is.
For the...
This is listen, when you look around this room,
The podcast studio.
yeah, it is not only a holder of historical facts and figures,
Yeah.
but it is a landmark of how we started, and
Yeah.
there's a lot of history on these walls. There's a lot.
This place houses the biggest podcast in Peculiar.
It has to be. Has to be. Maybe even Raymore and Peculiar.
Oh,
I don't know.
hey,
But
you
that
never
one little-
know.
Hey, but that one little kid's doing really good.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
So, I mean, you look around the room and you have awards
Yeah.
and pictures of cool stuff and cool people. And yeah, man, fake drum head covers,
Yep.
you know?
Yep.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh, and you got it back up on the wall. Didn't even notice that.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was, Ashley came in. She was like, why is it just sitting there? I was like, it won't stick. And so she put some new little sticky things on the back and stuck it up there.
Use the glue gun.
Probably. I'm going to have to paint that whole thing. It'll pull off the wall.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, I know. This is one of those things, man. You grow attached to the studio,
Yeah. Well.
and the new one though. We're in the new home. We have another studio being built in there.
Yeah.
It'll be a little bigger, got a little more room. We'll stretch out a little bit. I think I'm gonna. I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna decorate it. It could be kind of the same, but it could be a lot different. I don't know yet. Haven't decided.
Yep.
But we'll have, yeah, it'll be cool. We'll have a
Yeah,
bathroom right there.
Oh, good.
So yeah, we just walk down the stairs and go to the bathroom right there. Don't have to
Yeah.
have to worry about anything. So
There you go.
it's good. Good stuff. So
Absolutely.
all right, well, enough about our studio and stuff. But
Yeah. Well, the weight loss challenge continues.
it's gonna be good.
to
And
be continued.
Here's the thing, and like I said, we're gonna weigh in at into April, and then
Yep.
again at the end of May. So we have I have a month to get going.
I
you
weigh
know.
in about every couple days.
I'll start. What I'll do is I'll probably weigh Sunday before I go to bed. Probably weigh then, and then that way I get a true. Okay, this is really what I weigh.
Yeah.
Get a true weight before I go to bed on Sunday, and then Monday morning just hit it hard and yeah, man,
Yep.
see what happens. And
Got it, man.
I know. I'm trying to figure out how to cheat.
To get back into them X Factor clothes.
Oh no way! I threw them all away.
You gave a bunch of them to me.
I know. I did. I should have gave you, dude. I just literally cleaned out my closet in there,
Yeah.
and I had 2 whole big trash bags of shirts that were large and extra large that there's no way I could fit. No way I could get
You
in.
didn't throw them out, did you?
No, they're in 2 trash bags out in
Oh.
the garage. I'm taking them to the Goodwill.
Yeah. There you go.
So I'm like, man, there's
Yeah.
so many. Ashley's like, oh my God. I'm like, I know. I bet 10 pairs of jeans away.
Wow.
Not throw them away. I'm giving them to the
Sure.
Salvation Army or whatever
Yeah.
it is there in Belton. I'm taking a ton of shirts. I bet I'm taking 50 shirts.
Wow. Where at? The Salvation Army?
Yeah,
I'll have to go down there and
Do some shopping. I'll give you 50 cents for it.
I'll see all these Western shirts back there. Well, there's Tate's
That's all his clothes right there. I swear.
Get me some new show clothes.
I'm telling, dude, if you want to go through those bags, feel free, dude. I'm taking them in the morning. But anyway, so all right. I don't know. I liked it.
Yeah, man.
I'm in a weird space right now, but I liked it. It was good.
Honky-tonk
Honky-Tonk music.
and honky-tonk music.
Yeah. See, dim lights, man. Dim lights, thick smoke. I would listen to that. Yeah. There's a guy we didn't talk about, Daryl Singletary.
Oh my God.
How do you not talk about him?
Dude, I tell you what, if he were still alive and if him and Chris Stapleton went on a tour, holy smoke.
Yeah. I mean, it would
Vocally,
probably.
it would be the
Oh,
best show.
Jeez, can you imagine? Listen, if you had Daryl Singletary,
Or wouldn't be a dry pair of underpants in the building.
God dang, if you had
Did I
Daryl
say that out
Singletary,
loud?
you did.
I'll have to cut that out. Whoops.
If you had Daryl Singletary, Randy Houser, and Chris Stapleton in a concert, come on, dude. People would be like, that's when artists, when they watch that,
Mm-hmm.
and they just sit there like, I'm going to go back to selling shoes.
Right? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you have like the best of all the worlds. You have Daryl Singletary, who sings as country as you can sing,
Yeah.
and as perfectly country as you can sing,
Mm-hmm.
with all the dips and the cool country stuff.
Yeah.
Then you have Randy Houser, who's just as country as Daryl Singletary, but then you get a little bit of that bluesy, swampy thing with Randy.
Yeah.
And then Chris Stapleton, you just, it's everything. You
Yeah.
got all the above.
What'd you think about his Star Spangled Banner?
Amazing.
Dude.
Come on, man.
It's so good.
I believe it's Whitney Houston
Yeah.
and Chris Stapleton.
Yeah.
So far, those are my top two.
Yep.
Now, there's been some other really good ones.
But they don't touch.
Not
Yeah.
like that.
No.
Not, when he first started, I was like, where are you going?
Yeah.
What's happening? And then after the second line, I went,
Yeah.
all right then.
Yeah.
Just do your thing, man.
Yeah.
And we're just going to sit here and go, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
So I need to learn the words to America the Beautiful, I guess.
I'm never singing that song
Yeah.
again. No, yeah, he absolutely crushed it. It was amazing.
Yeah.
So here's the funny thing, and I don't know, everybody likes the halftime shows and stuff like that, which I like them some.
yeah.
This year's was a little different. It is what it was, whatever. I'm not into that thing, and it is what it is. There's been a few really good halftime shows that I can just right off my head remember. Bruno Mars, really good halftime
Yeah.
show.
You did all right.
Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, 50 Cent, and Eminem. That was, dude, come on. That was just so cool. That was
Yeah.
really good. That was a great halftime show. But by far, my favorite, Prince.
See, I don't remember.
Oh my goodness. Just go watch it.
Yeah.
Go YouTube it. Do yourself a favor and watch that.
I mean, there's no way it could have been
17
bad.
minutes. Because when pouring down rain, real pouring down rain from the skies, and he's standing there on a stage, walking in his high heel boots and splashing
Yeah.
in the water, playing the absolute strings off his guitar,
Yeah.
singing Purple Rain
Yeah.
in the pouring. And they were like, it wasn't raining. It wasn't raining until he started the song. When he started the song, you could see the rain just start falling like they cued it.
Yeah.
And it was like, what? And then by the end of it, he just soaked and just wailing away. And you can see the water running off his hands, and he's just smashing the guitar. It was like, okay, we get it. You're better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We get it. Okay,
Yep.
stop showing off. Now you're just showing off.
Yeah. It's just so weird to me, halftime shows. Like the last few years, no. Just like this year, you had Rihanna. It's just like, when I think football, it's like, what artist would you think when you think football?
Yeah, Rihanna's not it.
It's not it. It's so hard.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, you had the Black Eyed Peas one year, and
Yeah.
it was just like
it's a disconnect for me.
and it has nothing to do with the music, their style
Right.
of music. It's just, to me, I was like, oh, it's okay, whatever.
Yeah.
But like Bruno Mars came out, killed it. It was great. Like I said, Dre and Snoop and Eminem and those guys, they killed it. It was awesome. And then Prince, of course. I think JT and wasn't it Justin Timberlake and Janet Jackson
The booby.
when she had the boob slippage.
Yep.
That was amazing. But yeah, I mean, I don't know.
If you're a guy, you've seen one boob, you want to see them
You
all.
want to see the rest of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I believe that's it. So if you like this podcast, let us know. And if you don't, well, just act like you do. Leave us a 5-star review. Leave us a comment. Let us know what you think, what you want to hear, what you don't want to hear, that kind of thing. And make sure you share it. And we'll see you soon.
Ain't this a sweet life?
Hey guys, thanks for listening. Want to ask a question for a future episode? Well, hit us up on Facebook or Twitter with hashtag Sweet Life Podcast. And be sure to give us a 5-star rating and hit that subscribe button. Leave us a review on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Stitcher, or wherever you get your podcasts. Make sure you follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter to stay up to date on the latest news and information for the Sweet Life Podcast. And we'll see you next time.